I am Sharon Levin, the very proud head of the Jack and Barrack Hebrew Academy. I want to welcome you tonight to what would have been our 18th annual Gala. The number 18 is very important in our tradition. The letters spell Chai. Chai, the word for life, a word with greater import today and more power than ever. At Barrack, everything we do is powered by our 4 Derech Eretz values: the value of kavod, honor and respect, ometz lev, courage, chesed, kindness, and kihila, community. Every year, the Barrack Gala brings together so many of us from our community. But this year, the COVID virus has forced us to form new communities and new kihilot, and that word has greater value and import for us than ever. We realize now the value and the magic we have in our community. I want to say toda rabah to George and Tracy Gordon, our community honorees. Toda rabah for your incredible leadership. Our gala was to have celebrated innovation tonight. Innovation here at Barrack and innovation in Eretz Yisrael. I want to thank our students from our STEAM Engineering Institute who created incredible projects that you will now only be able to see on video. Our value of ometz lev, of courage, is something we are seeing every day now. We are all exhibiting courage, resilience, patience, and the value of chesed, kindness and compassion for one another. I most importantly want to say toda rabah to all of you, our donors, for your kindness, your unwavering support for our school, which is more important now than ever.
Hello, I'm Howard Treatman, president of the Jack and Barrack Hebrew Academy. We're all so disappointed we cannot come together tonight in person to honor George and Tracy Gordon. George and Tracy, as a couple and individually, exemplify passion, leadership, and dedication to our school and the Jewish community, both here and in Israel. However, and perhaps especially, in these difficult times, the bonds of our community are strong. I know that we join our hands and spirits together, even at a distance, to convey our appreciation to an extraordinary couple. George is the immediate past president of our school. Through George's able leadership, the school has been able to realize many important strategic initiatives, and we're poised to forge positively into the future. Tracy, through her work as a longtime PTO co-president and on behalf of the Barrack Builders Committee and the JBHA Enrollment Task Force, has played a key role in building and strengthening our community. Very rarely does one find a couple who have made benefiting the community such a central focus of their lives. One only needs to look at their involvements at our school, the Jewish Federation, and a myriad of other charitable endeavors. Perhaps their greatest contribution to our community, however, are their children. George and Tracy are the proud parents of 4 Barrack alumni: Rachel, class of 12, Sarah, class of 13, Jacob, class of 16, and Eli, class of 18. They have imparted on their children the importance and necessity of giving back and serving the community. Each of them have taken on leadership roles in their own communities, here in the United States and in Israel. George and Tracy, thank you for all you have done and continue to do on behalf of our community. Toda v'yasher koach.
Hi, I'm Eli. I'm Jake.
I'm Sarah, and we're 3 of the 4 of Tracy and George's children. We wanted to make this video because we're thinking about everyone in the community right now, and we're so sorry we can't all be together, but we still wanted to congratulate our parents on the award that they just received and let everybody know how proud we are of them for everything they've done to help build this community that we get to be a part of.
Going to Barrack and leaving to make our own communities elsewhere, we've really taken the values that we've learned from our parents and from school in creating our own communities.
And now we're spread out, one of us in Israel, 2 in Chicago, and 1 in New Orleans. But the lessons we learned growing up with our parents and at Barrack, the teachers and the students and the administration, is really something that we keep with us today. And we're so glad to have grown up in such a nurturing place.
Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Gordon. I'm the very proud daughter of Tracy and George, sister of Sarah, Jacob, and Eli, and Barrack alum of 2012. Although we cannot all be together tonight, I wanted to take the chance to thank all of you for continuing to support our community. A community that has taught us not only how to innovate with a curious mind, but also with an open heart. A community that has fostered an environment where, from a young age, we were encouraged to think critically, but also to consider ethics and Jewish values. At times like these, I cannot think of a more important community to be a part of. So, even though we cannot be physically together, I have no doubt that through your support and dedication to our community, we will continue to thrive when we need it most. In our house, we were blessed to grow up with parents who embodied Jewish values that were later reinforced at Barrack. As kids, we were constantly reminded by our parents, take care of those around you and just be kind. With these things in your heart, things will work out as they should. Thank you to all of Barrack's teachers, faculty, parents, students, alumni, and supporters for showing us from a young age just how true this is, and for making sure that it will be continued for future generations.
Hello everybody, we're George and Tracy Gordon. We wish we could be together this evening and hope that everyone is staying well and healthy in these very difficult times. We are so honored to receive the Legacy and Leadership Award and want to thank everybody who supported this evening and would have been here with us to celebrate technology and innovation at Barrack. Special thanks to Sharon, Alex, and the team in the Business and Development Office for all the meticulous planning that led up to this event.
As Jonathan Sachs has said, Judaism is a religion of continuity. It depends on its very existence on the willingness of successive generations to hand on their faith and way of life to their children, and on the loyalty of children to the heritage of their past. Thank you, Barrack, for educating our children and the children of our community, and instilling in them a love and deep appreciation for the heritage we share.
And don't forget to wash your hands.
What we're trying to do is create a helmet that will sense a major impact with the head, and then will alert people on the sidelines that you have a concussion or possibly worse.
And it'll categorize how intense the impact is using pressure sensors like these that basically when you press down on them, it'll tell you how hard you got hit or how hard it's being pressed on. Using data we collect from that will determine how powerful the impact is.
I'm testing oxygen and nitrogen on these model rocket engines to see how the force changes depending on the percentage of oxygen in the atmosphere in this box. Oxygen does enhance combustion, but attaching oxygen to rockets makes the rockets heavier. And I wanted to test what would the effects be when oxygen is just in the atmosphere around the rocket engine. So I am combusting my engines with the different gases and seeing how the forces are affected or what's not affected.
We are working on a skirt that lights up from RGB and LED lights.
We've seen lately in the fashion world a lot of clothing that incorporates technology, so we're interested in making clothing that has LEDs and incorporates technology.
We kind of just wanted to make a piece of clothing that has something that's a little unique about it.
We're also working on making the lights button activated.
So right now I'm trying to get my light to fade on and off instead of just going completely on or completely off.
We're working on a project that we call the Schedule Kiosk, and the goal is to make students' schedules easier to access. So my part in the project is I'm working on the physical design feature.
And I'm working on the coding aspect of the project.
You can see here our first prototypes.
The goal is when a student uses their identification card and they swipe it on the reader, their next class and their room number will pop up on this screen.
My project is creating a piezoelectric walkway, and what that means is that it converts mechanical pressure into electrical energy. And right now I'm soldering a circuit so that it's permanent and the electrical connections are strong. And right now I'm soldering a diode which directs the flow of electricity.
We have a bunch of solar energy being stored in the STEAM lab through the solar panels, and all this energy is kind of just going to waste. What we decided to do was to make a mobile charging station and a battery that stores the solar energy within it to bring throughout the school so that other students could have the ability to use this cleaner energy. We have taken this to our senior lounge where seniors have been charging their phones. We've been collecting data throughout this process, and it has shown that it's been pretty effective.
Wow, what an amazing display of creativity, imagination, innovation, and technology. We hope you enjoyed seeing the work our students are doing. And this is just a small sampling of the projects we are hoping to showcase tonight during the gala. This, in part, is why Barrack is so critically essential, not only as it relates to Jewish continuity, but also to teaching our students to innovate, create, think, and challenge. And it is primarily thanks to our generous donors and sponsors, including our EITC and OSTC participants, that we are able to offer this kind of education to the children of our community. This has been the legacy of Akiba Barrack, and we will continue to build on it for generations to come. Our supporters are not only generous, they are visionary. They have helped us embrace the vision of providing our MUST program for all 11th grade students at virtually no cost in the very near future. As most of you know, we have partnered with the Jewish National Fund, and a great thanks goes out to Russell Robinson, the CEO of the JNF, to raise the funds to achieve this lofty goal. JNF will match all donations made to the Barrack MUST Scholarship Fund, dollar for dollar. We are extremely fortunate to have two visionary families in our community who have helped us to launch this fund, Len and Lynn Barrack and Mike and Jennifer Stein, who have each contributed $1 million. Since then, we have recently raised an additional $345,000 thanks to the Sitchin Foundation, the Corman family, and the Reddick family. Ronit and I have also joined this effort. This brings our total to date to almost $5 million in pledge commitments, halfway to our goal. What an amazing start. Once again, as we close, I extend our deepest and sincerest appreciation to all of our donors and corporate supporters. Your help is needed in these days more than ever. Thank you. Be well, stay healthy. Good night.